What's up, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It is World Mental Health Day. Now, mental health is quite big in the UK. It's the silent pandemic that no one really speaks about, especially with the media, probably the US as well. So, I just want to share my story and my journey with mental health. I'm an anxiety sufferer of 10 years, panic disorder. I've got social anxiety as well, which makes it difficult for me to, go out there and mix with groups and stuff like that. I mean, there's varies of social anxiety. It's probably different for many people, but the general sense of social anxiety is fear of large groups and embarrassing yourself. So although I have overcome a lot with my own social anxiety, it's not as bad as what it was, but it's still I've still got a way to go of it. In terms of my anxiety disorder, again, 10 years I've had it. I've been through the highs and the lows of it. All started out when I was admitted in and out of hospital. It was a very traumatic time. I had my first panic attack in hospital as well, and if you've experienced panic attack, once you've had one, then you're generally going to have panic attacks for life. Really, you just have to get comfortable with dealing with them. That's the key, really. Just um, get to the point where you got all the tools to deal with them, and they become less and less, really. So, my first panic attack in hospital, I was in and out of hospital like like a yo-yo, really, and that just generally just made my mental health worse. I came out of hospital. I was in a state of psychosis. I was just basically looking at the ceiling all the time, and I wasn't really aware of what was going on around me. I was just so like stuck in my own thoughts, and so it was a very very dark time, and and we I went down the NHS roads. Well, my family went down the NHS roads to try and give me support and help, and they were. If you live in the UK, then you understand that the NHS, mental health wise, is pretty shit. If you can excuse my language. The appointments, you have to wait ages for an appointment, and sometimes the sessions aren't really great, they're not worthwhile. So, if I recommend anyone who's experiencing anxiety, then and you need support and help, is to go private. It does cost a lot of money, I'm not going to lie, to get consistent sessions. But if you can afford it, then I would definitely go down that road. I got the medication that I needed to start my recovery. I've had loads and loads of sessions of therapy. I've seen psychologists. I mean, clinical psychologist is probably the best course of action. Um, but yeah, I literally couldn't go up my road. I couldn't drive for 10 minutes down a road without experiencing an anxiety attack or a panic attack. So so it has been a 10-year journey, a 10-year battle with it. Um, but yeah, I've written some things down that could possibly help other people if they are in their own battles, that might help them. And if you are newly diagnosed with anxieties, it's not the end of the world. There is light at the end of the tunnel. It just takes time, you know. The recovery is very up and down. You know, expect relapses because they're going to happen. Just don't beat yourself up over it. You know, just get back together and just try again. That's all. The only advice I can say, really. And you know, speak to people as well. Just speak to your family, speak to your therapist. Um, just get some kind of a support in place. Uh, that's how I made it through my mental health issues. Is having support and having a therapist to speak to, and knowing that you know you're not alone out there. There is other people that have the same problems. So let me get to my little list and so number one is to meditate regularly. Now, meditation has so many benefits, especially if you do suffer from mental health. You know, it regulates your breathing. So if you do experience a panic attack, then breathing is essential to it. Helps with your sleep as well. You get better sleep. I'm not saying that meditation is going to work just like that. It takes, you know, at least a month to actually see the results that it does have. It also helps with the symptoms of anxiety as well. It's one thing that I noticed when I started doing it was regularly every day I'd spend at least 20 minutes to half an hour just doing meditations, and you just notice a difference with your symptoms really. So there's plenty on YouTube that you can go through meditations. And then the next one is to exercise regularly, which helps to regulate your nervous system. Because, you know, if you do have anxiety disorder, then your nervous system's going to be highly active. So just get out there, do, you know, even walking, just walking for an hour or so really helps to, you know, make yourself feel better. I recommend cycling as well. Cycling's a great one for anxiety and depression. It just dampens down everything. And swimming as well. Swimming is excellent. Again, you're in water. Your attention's away from yourself. You're in, you know, your whole body's involved as well. So next one is to make weekly or monthly goals. So, you know, so if you have got a fear towards something, is obviously don't jump into the deep end with it. Is just face it in a small way, and you know, it's like those small little wins actually accumulate to bigger things later on. So if you got a fear, like I had a fear of driving, I was afraid to drive up the road or 10 minutes up the road, so I just faced it in a small way. I would go into the anxiety a little bit and you know, use the breathing that I was given through the meditation and the therapist, and you know, that way it just, the fear kind of just lessens. So it just changes the way you think about that fear. Again, if you face it, it'll become less. So it will just become a normal thing to do, really. So you know, monthly or weekly goals. You know, obviously, don't compare yourself to other people. You know, you're on your own journey. You know, it's easy to, with the amount of social media, with news and everything else to actually get caught up in seeing other people do well and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, they probably don't have the difficulties or the experience you do. So just don't compare yourself to others. It's just it's a waste of time. And then the next one is accept the relapses because they're going to happen. That's the rocky road of mental health. It's like climbing a hill and reaching a point. Then you may step back once, but you're still going up that hill. It's still, you're still going forward. Just don't beat yourself up. Don't get complacent. Just give it a few days and try again. The next one is obviously I spoke about celebrating the small wins. So if you faced something that you found difficult in the past, then to be proud of yourself, to give yourself a pat on the back. It is those small little wins that get you to your end goal. So, and then accept the little things and be grateful for everything else. So, the little things that give you pleasure, like going for a walk in the countryside or seeing your niece or nephew, anything like that, just to bring you some joy. Just to appreciate that, be grateful for the stuff you have, your family. The little things like if you have a car or something like that, just be grateful for it. That'll make you feel a little bit less down, more positive. And then there's find a hobby or a passion that you can put your time in to take away from the stuff you think about all the time, the worries of the future or the things from the past. So find something that can bring you some joy to put your time and energy into. Could be writing, could be drawing, or find an outside hobby, anything that just can help you just to take your mind away from yourself really and get into the present. It's mental. A lot of anxiety is about trying to be more present in the moment rather than just thinking about things in the future, worries and stuff. And then the last one is things will get better. May seem dark right now, but things do get better. You just have to obviously believe in yourself and find the right support. Find a decent therapist that can help you, and just take things slowly and face things in a small way really. So those were some things that I hope may help other people out there who suffer the same. You're not alone. I'm going through it as well. So, so yeah, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. If you like this kind of content, obviously let me know in the comments so I can do some more about mental health. It is a subject that I'm passionate about. And yeah, I'll see you soon.